My name is Jenny Hines, and on Tuesday, about 10 or 11 of us entered the Friends of the Israeli Defense Forces organization, which actually bills itself and is a charitable organization, which is tax exempt. And they raise funds to support the Israeli Defense Forces, and that are now responsible for murdering, for committing genocide, as far as I'm concerned, really, of especially in Gaza, but of Palestinians. And so we felt that it was very important, especially that the Jewish voice get out, because the media really lumps all of us together as if we're one voice. And the fact is that this is not something that I can tolerate, having my name put on. This is slaughter, this is murder, this is collectivizing people, this is an absolute horror, and never again is not something that the Jews have monopoly over. The fact is that never again means it is not acceptable for any people to be slaughtered in the way that people have been slaughtered and the Jews were. And for them to be taking a stance at this time, the Israeli policy, which is really in charge of this, and it is not, other than for the fact that it calls itself a Jewish state, this is about Israeli policy. And it can't be spoken of as about the Jews, because the Jews have a variety of opinions, and many of us are absolutely outraged by Israeli policy and by the media calling us either anti-Semitic or self-hating Jews.
Do you believe that this conflict now, which is happening in Gaza, was instigated by Hamas or by Israel?
Look, I think that when people are occupied and basically held in a prison, which is what Gaza has become, with the ongoing, non-stop sanctions and, reduction of water and electricity and all of that, people have the right to resist. And, it's not about being for Hamas, against Hamas. It is about slaughter that is taking place by an occupying force whose power is so much greater than the people who are being killed. That it's you can't have that discussion, and you can't have a discussion asking occupied people to negotiate with occupiers.
Current conflict, and why did you go and intimidated, for example, the IDF fundraising?
I would not use the word intimidate. I don't think the IDF is easily intimidated, nor are their friends. We did the action that we did because we're trying to interrupt the narrative, the pro-Israel narrative that is dominant in the U.S. media, and we are saying that it's, Friends of the IDF, they actually said to us as we walked in, we're an apolitical organization. We're an apolitical organization. And frankly, supporting the Israeli military, especially in a time like this, where they're killing hundreds of civilians in Gaza, is not an apolitical organization. That is not a charity, as far as I'm concerned. That's a funding operation for a killing machine. And we are saying we are not okay with that. We are Jews. We are American Jews. And we will not support that. We will not condone that. And we demand that the Friends of the IDF and other organizations that bill themselves as these sort of just regular Jewish charities while supporting these killing machines, that is not Jewish, and that should not be allowed.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the help.